October 21, 1978. The sun has dipped below the horizon, casting a serene yet eerie darkness over Bass Strait. For most, it was a typical Saturday evening, but for Frederick Valentich, it was the night that would etch his name into one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in aviation history. Frederick Valentich was a 20-year-old pilot driven by dreams of soaring through the skies. Described as ambitious and meticulous, Frederick had logged over 150 hours of flight time, a respectable number for someone of his age and experience. But as he prepared for his flight from Moorabbin Airport to King Island, no one could have predicted the bizarre events that were about to unfold. Born in Melbourne in 1958, Frederick Valentich grew up fascinated by aviation. His family recalls a boy who spent hours assembling model airplanes and dreaming of piloting his own aircraft one day. He was determined to turn this passion into a career, enrolling in a private flying school where he quickly became known for his dedication. Fred was a good student, very focused and determined. He wasn't the most experienced pilot, but he was careful. He followed protocol to the letter. But alongside his passion for flying was another interest, one that would later become a chilling element in his disappearance: UFOs. Frederick was captivated by the possibility of extraterrestrial life. He often discussed UFO sightings and expressed a firm belief that we were not alone in the universe. Little did he know, this belief would intertwine with the events of his final flight. At 6:19 p.m., Frederick Valentich departed Moorabbin Airport in his Cessna 182L, a light aircraft designed for short-distance flights. His destination, King Island, located approximately 125 miles away. The purpose of his flight remains unclear. Some say he planned to pick up friends, others speculate he was retrieving seafood. Regardless, Frederick was confident in his ability to make the trip. Melbourne, this is Delta Sierra Juliet. Is there any known traffic below 5,000 feet? Delta Sierra Juliet, no known traffic. There's an aircraft just above me, passing over me at least 1,000 feet above. The controller, puzzled, asked Frederick to describe the aircraft. It's long. It's metallic. And it's moving fast, much faster than me. As the conversation continued, Frederick described an object unlike anything he had ever seen. He claimed it had a green light and was orbiting his aircraft. Moments later, the object reportedly vanished, only to reappear on his other side. It's not an aircraft, it's hovering, and it's not an aircraft. At 7:12 p.m., Frederick's final words were recorded. His voice, laced with both awe and fear, uttered a statement that would become the cornerstone of his mystery. It's hovering, and it's not an aircraft. The transmission was suddenly cut off by a strange metallic noise. When Melbourne Flight Service attempted to re-establish contact, there was nothing but silence. A search and rescue mission was launched immediately, covering over 1,000 square miles of ocean. Despite extensive efforts, no trace of Frederick or his Cessna 182L was ever found. The disappearance baffled investigators, leaving behind more questions than answers. We looked everywhere, on land, at sea, even underwater. There was no debris, no oil slick, nothing to indicate a crash. It was as if he vanished into thin air. One theory suggests that Frederick became disoriented while flying over Bass Strait. Pilots often experience spatial disorientation, especially at night, leading them to believe they're flying level when they're not. Could this explain the mysterious metallic object and his subsequent disappearance? Another possibility is that his aircraft suffered a mechanical failure. The Cessna 182L was a reliable plane, but no machine is infallible. If the engine failed, Frederick may have crashed into the sea. Yet, without wreckage, this theory remains speculative. Perhaps the most controversial theory is that Frederick encountered a UFO. His detailed description of the object, its speed, shape, and behavior, mirrors accounts of UFO sightings from around the world. Some believe he was abducted, his plane taken along with him. The disappearance of Frederick Valentich has captivated the world for decades, inspiring books, documentaries, and countless debates. It remains one of the most enduring aviation mysteries of all time.